Oh, good. I'm fine. Hello, people. How you doing? How you doing, people? And mostly I'm going to tell you this. How many people do you have sleeping disorder? I do. It's really a pain in the ass for me. Well, I'm going to do is to see my family doctor. So I'm going to go to a place to get some sleep therapy or sleep apnea. Maybe I have. I have a sleeping disorder because one time I was sleeping, I slept, I don't know how many hours on Saturday and Sunday, but, and that's not that healthy. But then I tried to go to art class on Monday over the ARC Art Studio at 1500 Howard Street, and I felt so tired and sleepy, and I don't know why. Well, I did talk to Kelly. She's my manager of my building, plus she is part of my health research. Boy, do my beard need a trim. And I do need a haircut. I look tacky. I hate having. Ooh, I can't believe. I got that off. Looks terrible on me. Having hair being wild. Well, I'm going to go to see my doctor. I hope I get help to see my health resorts over at ARC. Going to take me to see a doctor, and I need to see a sleep therapist about what's causing me sleep too much or sleep apnea or sleeping disorders because my mom has it. Now I'm afraid that I'm going to get it, but I do need help with the doctors. I don't mind being in bed and trying to sleep, and I just I don't snore, but I started having problems of sleeping. Let me think. What was the problem? And how I got this sleeping disorder? I think I got the sleeping disorder when I was at the rehabilitation center in the place to rehab place, like when you're trying to build up your strength, your legs and your body to move around. It is really kind of like trying to do things, but nowadays I had to walk a cane when I go outside, but I don't walk around in my building, and I don't walk around inside a building, but I don't use my cane that much. I use it for in the build outside only. I had to use my cane for outdoors, and that's all I had to do to keep my balance. And the sidewalk is unbalanced. Like it got cracks, it got bumps, it got split up, and sometimes you can fall down and hurt yourself. And I don't want to be falling down and hurting myself again. And it's really a pain in the ass for me. I hate to end up in a stupid hospital. Hey, I don't mind, but I hate missing work. But nowadays I had to face early retirement. That's not good. I can't work there no more. Early retirement. So I cannot be on my feet like I used to work in 8 hours in a hardware store like Discount Builders. That's the name of my hardware store. I know I didn't mention the name of my hardware store for so many years because I had to keep them confidential to keep it covered, but now I can mention it because I was working in the hardware store for 22 years at discount builders, and I was just a common stock person. But I hate I hate missing the people. But it's life. I can't have a sitting down job because I have a deep vein syndrome or standing up too much. I still have the deep vein syndrome. And blood clogs is genetic. My father died of brain hemorrhage because caused by a blood clog in his brain. And my mom's father, who is my grandfather, but I never met, he died a blood clog up to his brain. And he died in his own bedroom. And he was going to work. And he died. Blood clog on your leg. But people, I don't want to see any young people to playing the stupid video game and thinking, "Oh, I'm going another video game. I'm going to make so many points." Yeah, you're going to get sleep apnea. You're going to get blood clogs in your leg. You're going to die young. Believe me. If you don't believe in the story on YouTube, they have stories about people had died. Die. This is no joke. They have died from playing the video games. When they were playing the video games, they died from it. But you were sitting down at the same place. Sitting down in the same place. If I want to play a video game, I want to lay on the couch. Or lay on the bed. Because I'm on my bed. Laying on my bed. Because it's good for my legs. I can't sit down, bending my knees for a long time, and I don't want to be dead. I'm 58 years old. Who wants to have blood clogs? Not me. Again, I have problems with blood clogs. Okay, when I was 28 years old, I had a blood clog in my left leg. I had a blood clog in my mouth, and that's not fun. I had a blood clog on my right leg, 2015. I had a blood clog in my right leg. And they had to operate on me. They had to stick a copper wire up down to my right shoulder, straight down to my leg. They had to put a copper filter, but this big copper filter into my my blood veins. If you think that is fun, no. I have an outer body experience before. I have an outer body experience of when I had my first operation of the blood clot back 30 years ago. Back in 1989, I was 28 years ago. And I was shocked, and I was thinking, well, what are these wires on me? Nobody didn't tell me anything. They're going to put wires on me. Then, when I'm in when in 2015, I had a second outer body experience. I was watching myself, outer body, watching them putting the copper filter in my body. Doctors are checking my heart monitor. Doctors are checking more of they had the copper rod so long from here to my right shoulder all the way down to my right leg. And the copper filter and the copper wire was that long. If you think of that as kind of, oh, is that really? Yes, it's real. I have a filter in my blood veins. They're trying to take it out, but the copper filter wanted to keep it. So I'm still walking around with a copper filter in my leg. Well, it don't bother me. But one thing is, anything if the doctor to do your body, they do try to keep you alive. They put copper filters in you, you still have it in your body. It won't take it out. If you get a pacemaker, you're going to have a pacemaker in your body. Anything they put in your body, it will stay in it. Like artificial joints, rods in your back, filters in your blood veins, anything in your body, it stays in it. My mom had a back operation 3 times. She got copper rods in her back, screws, real screws. If you're thinking, my mom is thinking like, oh, good, but she almost died from affection, and that's not fun. She had affection from it. It was her skin called affection. That's a drag. But she had to go back to the hospital again, and they had to fix it again. Thank God I'm not her at her age. My mom is 76 years old. But thank God she lived longer because she outlived my father. The good thing is she outlived him because my father didn't take good care of himself. He died from a brain hemorrhage, a blood clot. And also my father suffered from post-traumatic stress disorder, too. If you don't know what post-traumatic stress disorder, why do you think there's so many young people committing suicide already? They're coming out from the military service and they went through the stress and all of this back shots and shooting and all of that stuff and seeing their friends blown away. My father been there in the Vietnam era. And he was a Navy man and he was in those boats giving supplies to our troops. And they were being shot at. Come on, that's over 50 years ago. I'm talking. I'm just talking. But that's my roommate. But my father's life was miserable. He didn't have a good life. They didn't, back in the 60s, they did not send our father to see psychologists. He didn't have a psychologist. He didn't have a shrink. He has suffered from post-traumatic stress disorder. And I really am concerned about the young people who's suffering from that post-traumatic stress disorder. And I don't want to see another war. And I've seen too many young lives have been losing because of who knows in the offices of Washington, D.C. And I just hope that Donald J. Trump be the one-term president. And I don't want him being president again. He's a one-term president. I don't want a war anymore. Please, I've seen enough of war on television. I'm sick of war. If I see another war on TV, I'm not going to watch TV. If I see a war on the internet, I don't want to watch that. If it is a documentary, that's good. I'll watch that. But if I had to see a real war again, like, no thank you. I don't want to watch it. It's too depressing. I remember, sometimes I know the documentary, they were talking about Vietnam War. I don't want to hear about that because I remember seeing it on TV before. And it's a shame because we lost so many young men's lives. You know, I found out they're using men with low IQ to go to the Vietnam War. Men with low IQs. How dumb are they? I just don't believe in war. If people are smarter, they use common sense. The one thing is, America go to war if we were attacked first. Like, if we got attacked when one time we got someone sent a copy to the United States, an important letter. They were trying to send in World War I. They sent a letter to tell Pancho Villa to invade the United States. when Mr. President Woodrow Wilson saying like, "Oh, let me read this letter." Oh my gosh, they're going to sending Villa to invade the United States. This isn't a time in World War One. We stay out of the war until the stupid Germans, who German Kaiser sending up have some piece of paper to send into Villa, and the British send it to the United States. And that's a terrible thing. Then there's another war because in World War II we got attacked by Japan, and Nazi Germany declared war against us in World War II. Thank God we knock out the Nazi Germany, out of business. I really am glad that. That's our history. But if you want to see documentary, you gotta watch it on YouTube. Documentaries are a really good thing to watch of. I really don't like to see any more war. I mean, come on, give me a break. What is good for? Nothing. That's the old song back in the 60s. War. War. What is good for? Nothing. Back in the 1970s. If you ever heard the song go, what does war is good for? Nothing. If you hear the 1970s song about that song, you can understand that's a time when America is still in the stupid Vietnam War. If you don't know what the Vietnam War is like, it's a waste of lives, human lives. American troops, our fathers who are coming home brain damage, and everything. I mean, I just don't like to think of it. I don't like to think of the past. I remember seeing it on the TV, and I remember the past. To me, it's a tragedy. Kids who grow up without a father, kids who come home, they have a father who will come out with broken minds, broken brain cells. That's my father was. Broken brain cells from the Vietnam War. I just getting sick and tired of seeing all of those people, and I'm saying deja vu all over again. History repeats itself. That's it. But I do like to paint. If you ever come to ARC at 1500 Howard Street, and we have a first art sale on Friday, you better come over, take a look at what we got. Mostly we sell is drawings and paintings. That's it. Drawings and paintings. Nothing else. But we also have some clothes and some pottery. But in my building at the ARC 1500 Howard Street, in the art studio, we sell mostly paintings and drawings. That's it. Paintings and drawings. Well, have a good day. Bye.